year, our final performance is the first weekend in May. So stay tuned, listen out, please come out and join us. And all of those performances on Second Stage are free and open to the community. They're part of our commitment to community engagement. This is just a short excerpt of a piece that we're, a movement in the final presentation that we're working on. And so as the students come, I just would like to introduce you then to Poetry as Performance. Come on, David. Hurry, David. Ladies and gentlemen, David. Poetry as Performance. Love it.
Family. A mother's hug when you smile over your first kiss and cry over your first heartbreak. You're not just a father, but also your dad, picking you up from the fallen bike he taught you to ride. Your sister sitting front row at your graduation crying because she'll miss having you around. Your brothers threatening to kill and beat up and kill again the man dumb enough to break your heart. The strength of a family, the power of love, they're one and the same really, and I love my family.
Matthew, all I've ever wanted is all that you are. Baby, I wish you only knew that if I could give you the world, I'd drop it in your lap so you'd understand that everything I've ever done is custom-made for your satisfaction. Get a clue, darling. Heaven itself doesn't compare to you. I consider you my own. Just know that my love isn't limited. It doesn't materialize with conditions. It has no contract. It isn't born of obligation, just pure destiny. It is quiet but riveting, shameless and true. It is utterly visceral, never vicious, for we are gentle souls, xeroxes of one another. You're a star, honey, zeroing in on the most precious part of my heart. All I've ever wanted is all that you are.
If I had a son, he would look like Trayvon Martin, walking on misguided blocks, still living in past centuries where whites-only signs just look like people now, redirecting Negro traffic through genocidal trigger-happy animals lurking, waiting to taste something in the air other than freedom, waiting until black is just a color, fading out of your palate so there's no gray area, just white concentrating life, like flashbacks with no history of how we died like this. The Armageddon out to get him because life in colored skin is so suspicious. You decimate our race without even considering the consequences. You just target and shoot. I wonder, does your bullet ever miss your gun? Don't your fingertips get weary from leaving things so black and hollow, bodies lying, like stacked cigarette boxes used up, bought, sold, smoked out, sidewalk rubble? Siding with heaven, since hell on earth has gotten too trivial when devils make skin sin. When I have a son who looks like Trayvon Martin, I will warn him that the melanin in his skin is self-destructive arsenal to men trying to deplete the race out of him, run him out of life until his race is over and none of us are left. Baby, you can't wear that. Baby, you can't wear that. You can't wear that. Niggas in hoods are landmines waiting to be stepped on, a 6 feet burial waiting to be stepped in. Take that there off. You can't wear that here. It gets too tiring. Seeing black men die in hoods you can't see their faces in. Or maybe that's the point.
I was 5 and he was 6. We rode on horses made to sit. He wore black and I wore white. He would always
bang, bang, he shot me down, bang, bang, I hit the ground, bang, bang, that awful sound, bang, bang, my baby shot me down.
for the victims of the Ohio shooting.
John Paul Sartre said evil is everyone else, the pain of evil. Corpses now hollow where innocence once filled them. What are we to do?
Never knowing why. Pushed too far on the edge.
Wake up to gunshots like sun hitting your skin, heating lifelines cold.
But never forget, devils come in all pigments, easier to blend.
Could I burst into shambles, or will you break me before I enter?
I will bury you. Clicks offer no protection. This is not Facebook. Falling down crystal, coconut cracked in half, unloaded pistol.
I shot a classmate. Not for nothing, I swear. He was really mean. Oh, the other one? He looked at me funny. I couldn't take it. Why'd you have to bring up her? I guess she ain't do nothing, but I was tired. Tired of the bull, tired of people clowning, tired of it all. So I shot them all. I think I had good reasons. But I am sorry.
This is not Facebook.
The breath left the room, silence right before the sound, then waves hit the drum.
They did not know him, not well enough to push, but they did, anyway.
Taunting child hate. Now parents lie their sleeping kids 6 feet down.
I guess it's my turn. Torture, stripped your existence, forgive the sorry.
My colors, my hood, life sentence, but it's all good. Live and die for blue.
Cowards choose to shoot. Crime, an ongoing nightmare. Criminals need help.
Let's stop the hatred. The shooter needs your prayers. Forgiveness is key.
Life was taken. Why? How many this time around? Will it ever end?
So who is to blame, and who are the real victims when a child plays God? This is my town, this is my city, through my eyes look so pretty. This is my town, this is my city now. This is my town, this is my city, through my eyes look so pretty. This is my town, this is my city now.
This is my town, this is my city, through my eyes it looks so pretty. This is my town, this is my city now. This is my town, this is my city, through my eyes it looks so pretty. This is my town, this is my city now.
All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, better run, outrun my gun. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, better run, faster than my bullet. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, better run, outrun my gun. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, better run, faster than my bullet. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, better run, outrun my gun. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, better run, faster than my bullet.
Politics in America. Peer out your window. Sneak down your driveway and glance over your shoulder as you crack open your letterbox and drown in the overflow of literature. Explaining why you'll never be fully free until you commit to their man. Information on details of manifestos they themselves didn't write, haven't read, couldn't explain if you asked them, that are only relevant because someone with a checkbook told them it was important, imperative, absolutely critical that we sell out education so the draft feels less regrettable, invisible people. We live in a nation of invisible people, a population empowered by choices that 200 years later is still terrified of anyone with too strong a voice, built on the backs of men who misspeak when they claim they made anything, claim it was anyone other than slaves who did their digging. But what was I expecting? When was it ever easy to do the right thing? I know, black and white makes a gray area, and yeah, it's uncomfortable, but I would have thought we'd come far enough to start caring about one another. So America, get your shit together. Before you speak, stop to consider what happens when revolution sparks, where you just sprinkled so much gunpowder.
Poetry is not a luxury. It is raw emotion bound. It is a living, breathing beast that we each must wrestle. Poetry is not a luxury. It does not collect dust. It cannot sit still or be content with growing old. Poetry is not a luxury. It does not cost a dime. It is created by young and old from nothing but breath. Poetry is not a luxury. It taps into your soul. It drains and purifies that gritty sap that makes us human.
This is my town, this is my city, through my eyes it looks so pretty. This is my town, this is my city now. This is my town, this is my city, through my eyes it looks so pretty. This is my town, this is my city now. This is my town, this is my city, through my eyes it looks so pretty. This is my town, this is my city now.